Hey everyone, iPad OS 16.2 just came out and it had a new application, Freeform, a whiteboard app. And for those that follow my channel, I spend most of my time at my big digital whiteboard in my studio where I explain technical concepts. But to actually prepare for those videos, I use my iPad. It's the M1, so last year's edition, Pro 12.9 inch with the Pencil 2. And I draft out my whiteboards. So when I saw this new native application, I was pretty excited to try it out. Now, I want to be super upfront. I really only use the pencil. I just draw on the canvas. I don't use any shapes. I don't use cut and paste. I don't collaborate. I literally just want a surface to draw on in different colors that I have an infinite canvas. That's really the key point. So I care about it being very responsive and a few just features related to the pen. And I must say, I've done one board on it and it's fantastic. So we can see here, I've got my boards available. Now you can configure them to save as part of your iCloud. So you can see down here, I've got it configured to save my Freeform to my iCloud to be available across my devices. And then once you're inside Freeform, if I just actually open up this board, you can see it's a big board. Now, while I was creating this, there was no issue with performance, there was no lag. It was very, very smooth. I can zoom in and out very easily. I can select my pen. So I like drawing just with a regular pen. If you select it again, you can change the thickness of the line. So I just go for that middle thickness. You can change, and if it's opaque, I just want it solid. But if you do make it opaque, it shows on the pen itself how opaque it is. I want it full. And then you just draw. So if I go over here, I'm just drawing on my canvas. It works really well. There's palm rejection, so I rest my hand on this, as you can see, but I'm still drawing. There's no issues with it whatsoever. I like the fact you have 6 colors available to you. And what's really good is when you then click the little rainbow icon, you have other colors. Now you can add your own colors and it saves them across the different boards on the device. So I then added a lighter blue, a purple that I can just select and then use. If I select purple, and then I can just start drawing again on my board. Select it again. I could just select a custom color and start drawing with that. You can add colors you're using a lot. Hey, I'll click the little add, and now it's available to me as another color, and I could have multiple pages of those, or you know what, I just don't need that one. I can delete it away. So this is really nice to be able to quickly jump around between the different colors that I want available within my board. I always use orange a lot. So I have all the nice colors. You can obviously change the thicknesses. So I'm using the pen primarily, but you do also have the idea of a pencil, crayon. This is a fill tool. And what's nice again on the fill tool is you can pick the color, you can pick the opacity of it as well. And what this will do is it's good to highlight things. If I was trying to highlight a particular area like this, well, now it fills it in with that color, but it goes behind the ink. So even if I make this 0 transparency and draw a shape, it still goes behind the ink. So it's really highlighting the things I'm doing. Obviously, I have the eraser. Now, the eraser works in 2 ways. It can, at a pixel level, erase things, and I can change the size of that eraser, or I could make it an object eraser. So now if I click on the object, it just erases the objects that I may have. So whatever method you use, I might mix between them. I can just change that. And obviously there is a selection tool. So if I go back and let's just start drawing something in here, I can go and select it and drag it around. Oops. And drag that around. I could resize it. I could duplicate. And one of the great things is once you select something, I can recolor it. So that selection is now blue. And likewise, if I also did a fill color on it, and then I selected them both, well, I can change the fill color. You can see it changing in the background. And I could separately change the pen to whatever I want after I've already drawn it. So the selection is really good to be able to do that. I really like the zoom. So the zoom, obviously you just 2 fingers, pinch. But as you can see, as I get close to 100, it snaps to 100. So it's easy to really jump between the different things I may want. If I just delete that, so I can delete the objects. I can select specific zooms. So I could say, hey, I'll actually jump to zoom to selection. I could say zoom to fit content. And when I'm using the pencil, one of the things you can do on the pencil too is, let's say I am drawing. Let's say I'm drawing in blue. So I'm drawing pencil. There we go. So pen, I should say. I'm drawing a cloud, and I do make a mistake. If I double tap, it switches to the eraser tool. Now double tap again, it goes back to the last tool I was using. And you can configure that. So you have pencil settings, and this is where you can say, hey, only draw with a pencil. And you can see my current selection is switch between current tool and eraser, but you could really make it do anything you wanted to. So you have full control over exactly what you want that double tap to do within there. So really, for what I use it for, which is this is the full extent of what I do, it's fantastic. It's super smooth, it's highly performant, and then it's designed to be you can collaborate. So I could go and share this, other people could take part in this. But for me, what I would then do is I can just say export to PDF. I would save it to files, and then I've got the iCloud running on. I'm a PC user primarily, then I can just open up that PDF document and do anything else I want to do with it, make it available while I'm recording the full presentation. And I mean, this is it. This is the tool. It just works. Now, I don't know what all of the other, the shapes and the, obviously it can do the text and cut and paste. There's a lot more to this. I'm just covering the very, very basic pen aspects, the drawing aspects of the tool, but that's what I use it for. Obviously, it does have very simple things like undo actions, etc. But it just works. I've not even tried a lot of the settings. Again, I've done one board on this. I don't know, auto minimize. Also, you can see it shrinks it down to makes it invisible. Select what you want to do. And then it makes it go away again. Double tap. So I've got my line. Double tap. My eraser. I think I like to keep the board available. But that's it. So there, it's free. It's part of the iPad OS, and it's on phone as well, so you could do things just if you need to quickly sketch something. But I think it's a nice little tool, and definitely I'll be using it as part of my drafting going forward. So as always, I hope this was useful, and until next video, take care.